Hello, so we've got a different video today. It's going to be a little bit different to what I normally do, but if you do enjoy it, then let me know and I can do future videos like this. So we're going to be doing a bit of an update, an upgrade on the darts room. So there's a few things I want to change. This light ring, now as much as I love the Mission light ring, I think it's a great light ring, I have got myself one of those Lumia, let me find it, one of these things, the Lumia 180. And the reason why I've gone for one of these is because when you have a nice surround like this, obviously I love my surround, it's like custom surround. When you have a nice surround like this, you can't really see it because of the light. The problem is you've got all these bars that are in the way, and I don't really like that, and the big ring around the outside. So what I've thought is, if I were to take the Lumina, which is supposed to go over the dartboard and then out, if I just mount it about here, or work out where it needs to go, then I can get rid of all this mess, and this cable as well, and that'll be that done. Another thing I want to do as well is, so in the background of my streaming area, I have these shelves, and they are a mess. It is just a mess of stuff that I can't really get rid of. So I've bought a black curtain that will cover all of that and hopefully clean up the area a little bit. And the other thing I'm going to do as well is I have bought this. This is a massive frame. We're going to replace the dartboard soon as well. I ordered some dartboards, but they've not arrived yet, and that was a while ago. We've ordered some near perfect quality boards. So this board's going to come off the wall. I'll replace it with another Blade 6 for the time being, but this is the board that Ash hit the 9 darter on. So we're going to take the 9 darter dartboard. I'm going to correct it. It was the 9 darter was hit with a 14 segment at the top. So I'm going to correct that, put the 14 at the top, and then we're going to frame it, and then Ash is going to sign it when he comes over next time we see him. So let's get into this. Let's do a little update. I'm going to try and put it on this as well. I don't really know how that's going to hold up. It's pretty solid, but I might have to put some big holes in it and drill straight through to the plasterboard, and then probably put some raw plugs in it as well. But we'll see how that goes. I'm not really that great when it comes to like DIY stuff, but we managed to build this. It wasn't all me, of course, but we have managed to build this. So hopefully at the end of this video, the setup will look a lot better. But anyway, let's start on the light ring. Let's see how that works, and let's put that up. Okay, so let's get this open and let's work out how this is mounted, because I'm pretty sure it goes behind the board, which is fine, but I don't want the bar coming out of the top. I might as well get rid of this actually while I'm here. I'm hoping that the Lumina, the 180 Lumina, which is this one, is going to fit the same. It's going to fit the same power as that, because I've kind of when I built the room. I didn't expect to change stuff. So at the moment, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but at the moment, this cable is actually pretty stuck. Like, I'm not going to get that out. So the cable's going to have to stay there. The only way I'm going to get that out is to literally cut it out. So the idea is not to cut it out. Hopefully we won't have to cut it out, but let's unbox it and let's see how it works. And hopefully we'll come up with an idea and a solution to all of this stuff. So we have the 180 Lumina. I actually saw this on a video that I was watching. It was ACW Darts video. He was using it and it looked really good. It was really clean. So I'm hoping the same thing is going to be the case on my stuff. So we have all of these bars, which is great. I might have to drill a hole in this, which I'm a little bit scared about. But we'll see how we can mount this. So I guess that will end up going like that, I think. I think it's going to have to go like that. I might have to look at the instructions. Okay, so thankfully, it does actually fit in the same connection, so I haven't got to replace any of that stuff, which is great. I've got to try and work out how this goes on as well, so how it would go on, and I think it goes on like that. I think this is how it's going to work, or maybe not. No, it would have gone on like that. So that's how it would have worked, but the problem is, that's not great. I might have to put this bar on just to make it work, but let's get it on and let's try and suss it out. Okay, so I don't think the plan was a bad idea, it just didn't work. So we have to put this up, which is going to go like this, and it does have a board mount piece in it, so we need to replace that. It doesn't hit the roof, which is lovely. I was a bit worried it might hit the roof, but let's get this off and let's replace it with a new one. Well, that took longer than I thought it was going to. Right, let's get these in. The screws fit, so that's fine. This has to go into the same hole that it was in before, which I think will be no problem. Hopefully that is fine. And I put it on backwards. All right, that is not fine. Try again. Okay, the dartboard should go on that. The arm should go, I need some more of these little tabs, these little thumb screw things. That should be fine. There's one, there should be one more in here. And so it looks like you might get some spares as well, which is obviously handy. Okay, this is the light thing, which, does it touch the ceiling? It doesn't, which is perfect. Right, that is not going anywhere. We can hide the cable up there somewhere, which is good. Right, let's get a new board and let's sort that stuff out. Okay, the board isn't brand new. It is used, but we should have some new boards soon, hopefully the near perfect quality boards. So let's chuck this on. Let's see where this sits. Okay, that's good. Let's put the light on. It's a different colour. It's more of a yellow than it is a white. Like the light rings nowadays are very white. This is quite a bit more yellow. Oh, it doesn't like the feet that much. The little feet you get on the back of a blade board. It's quite hard to turn with this thing in the way. I think we'll choose a 14. That looks pretty good. Okay, project 1, which is get rid of the bars that cover up the surround, is done. We have the light on. It looks pretty good. I'll show you some bits of it now, but it does look pretty good, so I'm happy with it. That is the light on, and this is it up here. It's the Lumina 180. Well, that doesn't want to focus on that because of the light and stuff, but it is this strip light, and it covers the whole board quite nicely. I got a dart anywhere? I think I just put a dart down. Let's just put a dart in the treble 20, and yeah, I mean, there's no shadows at all. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So project 1 is complete. Let's move on to project 2, which is sorting out this absolute mess. Okay, so sorting out this mess, the idea here is going to be to use this, which I bought on Amazon. It wasn't too expensive. It wasn't too bad. I'm assuming this is what it is. I do order a lot of stuff off Amazon, to be fair. This should be a curtain with some eyelets. Nope. That is packaging. It's not what I ordered. Actually, it is what I ordered, just not what I thought it was. I thought that was a curtain. Hopefully, there's a curtain inside this box. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so we have the hooks, which I'm going to use to hold it into the ceiling, just to cover up that mess. And then we have the curtain. This is quite a big, heavy-duty curtain. It should span the entire shelving unit here. So when Ash is playing in the background, it's not just a mess. Like, I can't really fix it. It's just stuff. It's just stuff that I use to film, stuff that I use to make videos, darts equipment. It's stuff that I don't need on show, but I don't really have anywhere else to put it. So the plan is to take this. It's quite a nice curtain actually. To take this curtain and just put it up using those hooks. So let's work out where we need to go, and we'll just start drilling some holes and putting some screws in. Hopefully it works absolutely fine and I don't mess anything up. I think that should hold, wouldn't it? That will hold. It's not that heavy. It'll be fine. Okay, so the plan here is I'm going to drill a hole. I'm going to work out roughly where I want the first one to go. We're going to drill a hole right about there. Perfect. And then we're going to screw a screw into it. Hopefully, yeah, that should be fine. Hopefully the hole isn't too big. The hole might be too big. I might have to get a smaller drill bit for that. Is that going to pull out? That's not going to pull out. I mean, it's not the best. I need to kind of re-drill some bits up here because it's not really taking very well in this. I think this screws come out. Okay, that's better. Right, I better keep this side. I'm going to lose it. Let's put this on a hook and see how that looks. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, let's do the last one. I think we're better off doing the last one, and then we know sort of how long it goes. But that's the idea, is to do that. The creases will sort themselves out, I'm sure. That's the idea, is to do that, put it up like that, and then I just hide this side of the room, which should be fine. Okay, I need to screw there. Okay, get a hook, shove it in there, twist it a few times. All right, that is on. We want it that way. Maybe do another turn. Like that. And then I should be able to hook this onto this. It should be quite tight as well. That is actually quite tight. That's perfect. So that is exactly what I wanted to do. That's the goal. I'll get some more hooks on the top because obviously I need to sort of like sort it out a little bit with a little bit less weight. But yeah, if I can sort these holes out with little hooks themselves, that should hold it up nicely, and then over time the creases will sort themselves out, so I haven't got to worry about the creases. But let's go chuck them in and let's get that sorted. Okay, that should clear that area up. That should be that done. Right, let's move on to the last thing, which is the frame. Let me go grab a frame. Okay, so I've got this massive frame. It's one of those deep frames as well. It was about 47 quid, which I don't think is too bad really, for what it is. It's really big. It's big enough to hold a dartboard. So let's get this open and let's see how it works, because I don't know how it's going to go together and stuff. I want to mount it, but at the same time, I don't want to mess it up. So let me see if I can work out how this works, and then we will come up with a solution. Hopefully, also, it is thick enough for a dartboard to sit inside it. According to the measurements on the website, it should be. So, yeah, I mean, that's close. That is close. It is a frame like this. It is quite thick, but according to the measurements, that should be thick enough to hold a dartboard inside it. But I must admit, now I'm thinking about it and now I'm looking at it, I'm not sure that it will. Let's see if we can work this out. Okay, it is tight. It is very tight. Now, my thought process here is going to be, I'll take the back off and I'll put a board mount through the back. Now, it might not fit perfect, but we can get it to fit somehow. It's not going to be the end of the world if it doesn't fit perfectly, but I need to get the back mount off. I need to mount that to the wall with a dartboard mount, and hopefully we can get it to work. I pray. Yeah, that's not the thickest, is it? We'll work something out. Okay, so here's the plan. We mark out where the dartboard holes need to go, and we just mount it. We just go for it. I might have to stick the frame on another way. I don't think the frame's going to go on the way that I'm hoping it's going to go on. I might have to use command strips or something, but we'll suss it out. Let's work out exactly where I want this first, and then we'll do the rest. So I do have a tape measure, but I don't know what a tape measure is. So Oki tape is as good as a tape measure, I hope. But let's get a pen. Here, okay, let's get a pen. Let me just measure out how wide this is. And we need the dartboard to go right in the middle. So hopefully this is over 18 inches wide, because that is the width of the dartboard. It's 20 inches, that's perfect. Okay, so 10 inches is going to be where the dartboard's going to go. So it's going to be right out there. And then I also need a measurement down the centre to work out where the centre is going to be as well. So the dartboard is going to be, let's work out what this is. I think this is more than 18 inches, which is great. This is going to be 24 inches. So for the dartboard, so the dartboard is 18 inches long. So I think if I do 2 inches from the top, so 2 plus half of 18, 11. So if I go down 11 inches, that should give me 2 inches at the top and 4 inches at the bottom, and then I can mount the darts. Ash has given me a set of his darts. He's given me the darts he hit the 9 dart with. So if I can do that at 11 inches on the correct line, that should, if my maths is correct, which it's probably not. I mean, I'm a good darts referee when it comes to maths, but I'm not the best when it comes to like making sure things are correct when it comes to like construction and stuff, but fuck it, let's work it out. So I need this to go, I need the dartboard mount to go on that bottom dot. Does that seem right? That will be 9 inches, so it's 10 inches, it's 11 inches to the top, and it's 13 inches to the bottom. So 9 inches up will leave me with a 2-inch gap, and 9 inches down will leave me with a 4-inch gap. Right, that should be the maths correct. Let's see if we can mount this, and let's see if we can get this sorted out. Right, wish me luck. Okay, we have holes. We have 2 holes, which line up with this, so we should be able to work out where we want it on that, and then put some screws through this, and then we'll have the dartboard on it. Right, let's find some screws, and let's hope this actually holds. Because I'm a little bit worried that this might not be quite good enough. I mean, it's pretty solid. If I can I middle 2 of them? If I can middle like that, I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine. As long as I can go through the middle of it. But anyway, let's go try it. Right, I think we need to get one bit in. We need to get one piece in, and then the rest should be fine. Right, that's pretty middle. Okay, that's pretty solid. Right, that is in there pretty solid. Now I just need to make sure that the edges are lined up. I can use the backboard, the thing behind it, to line them up. So hopefully that is fine. That looks pretty straight to me, I must admit. That looks pretty good. Right, I'm going to full send this. Hopefully this goes into the wood, it should do. That felt pretty good, but then it just went a little bit off the angle a touch at the end. If I can just move it around. I mean, it's pretty solid in there. That's not a bad effort. That should work. We should be able to put this on. Let's just see what it does when it's on like this. Because the only thing I'm worried about is, I mean, how central is that? That's not a bad effort. That's not, I mean, the angle doesn't help. It looks a lot worse on this side, but that's just because of the angle of the camera. That's not bad. Let me put the 14 at the top, which was where Ash hit the 9 darter off. So this was the 20 when Ash hit the 9 darter. So I'll get Ash to sign this segment here, the 9 segment. Yeah, the only problem is I think this is going to be a little bit too far away from for the frame to cope. I think if the board was flush, it might be all right. I might replace this screw and take these off and try and get it as flush as possible. I think that's the play. I'll take the little feet off. The problem is it's going to be too far away from the wall when it's mounted like this. So I'm going to have to take the feet off, find a different screw that's going to be a little bit like an old school dartboard screw. You know what I mean? One of them old ones. But I think that's no problem. I think I got one actually with the light ring. So we'll put that on, try and work out if that can do the job. Okay, so this is like quite a new fancy type of screw, which we don't want. We want a screw like this, like an older version. So if you ever had an old dartboard or a dartboard back in the day, this is the sort of screw that you'd use. I think that's going to be my key to getting it on the wall as flush as possible. So I'm going to need to chuck this screw into the dartboard pretty far and just hope that it works. It should do. Let's try it. Okay, not bad. We need to pack the back out. I've got plenty of Amazon boxes here, which should do the job. So if you ever need to pack anything, a dartboard, I usually use beer mats, but I don't have any beer mats, so it's Amazon boxes to the rescue. Brilliant. Okay, that didn't quite go to plan, but that will do. Let's see how the frame looks as well. So we've got this extra frame that goes around the outside. I don't think I'm going to be using that if I can help it. I need to get the Perspex bit clear. So that means taking this little thing off. That's the first half. And that is the second half. Right. Let's see how far this goes, because I don't think this is going to cover. I might as well try it without the glass. No, that's not going to cover the whole dartboard. But that's not going to be too far away. That's going to be bearable. So let's just give it a go and see what it looks like on and how far off it is, because it's not going to be super on there perfect, but there might be a little bit of give in it. I might be able to survive it, maybe not. So the main problem I have is the dartboard's just too thick. How thick is the dartboard? I mean, it is off the wall still another, it's off the wall like another inch or so. If that's going to be like that, oh, I tell you what, if I can get that bit closer to the wall, I think that'll work. Let's hope I can. Right, that is not actually too bad. If I can just get all these little peggy bits on, then that is Ash's 9 dartboard on the wall. I think we're there. There we go. It's not perfect. I definitely would have liked it to have been a little bit better, but that is Ash's 9 dartboard on the wall, ready to be signed. There's a little bit of bowing going on in there, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna get his darts. He's gonna give me his darts as well, put them down here or like down there or something, and I'll get him to sign it there on the actual dartboard. So we'll take that off again, but it looks all right. It's straight. I mean, you can see from the edge, it lines up with the other edge. So if the other edge is straight, then that means that's straight, which is the bonus. But yeah, that is it. But there we go, guys. That is 3 things that I needed to do to my dart room. We've sorted out the lights. It's a lot cleaner. We've put Ash's 9 dartboard up, and I have now hidden all the mess that is behind me. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like on it, subscribe if you're brand new, and yeah, interesting one, but I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.